Sir, as you mentioned, Ayurveda regarding health science. So here comes the problem that the major problem the country is facing is health. So we are exactly many people are dying in our country because of ill health. So today the medical council have the kind of body, a complete country kind of, it's a monitoring body, and it approves what all the drugs come into country, and it is a kind of combined a constitution body, so which will take care of all the medical centers, and even if some new research comes in the medicine, so they will divide, they will review it. Coming to Ayurveda or Indian medical sciences, is there any committee such which reduce the research and say that yes, this is authentic and anyone can use it? Is it some such kind of committee exists?
Now, it is mentioned in Charaka Samhita that there used to be congresses, gathering of great scholars of Ayurveda, Acharya.
Okay.
They are gathering and discussing diseases and management of diseases and experiences. So basically it is the touchstone is experience. So their parameter is experience. When an Acharya, when a Rishi stood up and explained what the preparation was and what the disease was and how it was cured, the others listened with their mind, which was capable of scrutinizing, analyzing, standardizing, whatever you call it, modern requirements of approval. Now, in the modern context, what still continues is the time-tested requirement or criteria of experience. So I am a living example for that. For over 40 years, from the age of 2, I have been given steroids. And the last dose taken steroids is 1996. And I have got the record. And then I decided that when I was taken to the hospital with oxygen cylinder, could not breathe. And then I decided that I should put an end to this kind of medication. And unless I do that, my going into traditional resources, it would be insulted rather. I should first search a solution for me. So then that's what I got great and great alone. I could get a person who is an expert by experience preparing medicine for asthma specifically. And according to modern concepts, asthma is not a disease, it is a symptom, it cannot be cured, it cannot be pacified. And if you treat for asthma, you will get eczema. And if you treat for eczema, you will get asthma back. This kind of a syndrome. But thank God, I was treated 3 months of preparation, oral intake, with a lot of restrictions in food, and it was challenging. I was given a lot of conditions that I should not go back to allopathic medicine, I should not stop this medicine if the disease is aggravated in a week, all that. I stood the test, and thank God, 97 I was given 3 months dose, 98 beginning I was given 3 months dose, and that was the end of it. No symptom of asthma of any kind touched me ever since 1998, and absolutely I am asthma free. Which my doctors who treated me, including Dr. B.M. Haggerty, he called it a miracle, that asthma is cured, no symptoms whatsoever. So that means the medicine which I have taken, it is prepared by a person. I did not ask him, was it reviewed, was it a product of research, from which brand, which company. None of these things are applicable in the context of genuine effort and genuine results. So we have to look into, I'm not denying the existence and I am not denying the validity of IMA, Indian Medical Association, and the council which is scrutinizing, reviewing and all that. Now my question is, what is happening in the context of endosulfan? what revenue is going on there, what research is going on there, and children are suffering and generations are suffering. So leave alone that. So what we have to do is, in Ayurveda, we have to search for who are the genuine masters, still living and practicing, not laborers, and go to them, collect the data from them, request them to create the data, preserve data, documentation. They don't go for documentation because that is not the purpose, that is not the aim. Helping an ailing person is the aim. And that even to the extent that there are 4 disciplines which should not demand money. Ayurveda is one, Jyotisha is another, Mantra Shastra is another, and Vastu is another. These are the 4 disciplines where it should not become a source of livelihood. So when money is not at all a criteria, then administration becomes human, genuine. So in this context, I would like to say that modern systems of medicine do recognize the validity of alternate medicine possibilities. General doctors, they really appreciate the role and need of going for alternative systems. But in that way, if people are spoiling the system or taking advantage, that is none of the fault of the system. So there was a time when in Britain, Ayurveda was considered not a system of medicine at all. They declared that it is banned. But it is the same Britain, perhaps, having number of Ayurveda centers and doctors coming to Delhi for maybe training in Ayurvedic system, etc. It's all part of politics, let us forget it. Now, we have to revive our system. That is possible only when our youth is introduced to living close to nature and feel for these plants and herbs and interact with them, and then feel the benefit of it.
Here my point is how it would be if you form a kind of a central body which do research on which do the work what you have said and standardize all the books. So that what happens is nowadays we can see even though doctorate is the doctorate is given, the MBBS doctorate is given by the authorized medical college, even then we see some correct doctors who give some wrong medicine which results in death. In Ayurveda, if we don't have kind of proper giving a degree or something, or authorizing a person that yes, he is suitable to treat, if he is suitable as an Ayurvedic doctor, if we make a kind of arrangement, how will it be? Because so that common man will not be affected.
See, for this, there is only one way. If we can have a team of dedicated Ayurvedic doctors who establish themselves in the villages where the treatment is 100% successful because of their dedication, naturally people will come to them and they become a living example. It is only by living examples that we can create a standard, not documented standardization. Because in none of the Ayurvedic colleges and universities, I'm sure that the text is taught as such in its original language, without a translation. And the disciplines that are there, science are not, that is unavoidable. Those disciplines are not introduced. For example, Devala Upasana. Because a Christian student may come and tell that I am an Ayurveda student, I don't believe in this Upasana and I don't believe in the Nutri. This is a profession, and medicine Ayurveda is a profession. And I was the first person to an Ayurveda college. I used to visit and give lectures earlier. And there when I stated this, that Ayurveda is not a profession. Then one of the Kerala students stood up and said, what do you mean? If it is not a profession, what is there? You are talking on this. I said, no. So that was the encounter I had to face, because to that extent they are removed from the original discipline. So to bring back the original discipline is the duty. That is the way for standardization, if you call it standardization.
Okay, coming back to the Vedic text, we hear even in every youth or in maximum people nowadays know that many of our scriptures are not in India and compared to Germany and what America has or what Europe has. They have the more scriptures than what we have about our basic text. So in bringing back such a abundance of information, so what goes, our sages or our mark or what our religious has or what we have to get back.
Okay. I will begin with a big handoff because only the locks have gone there, the keys are here. They cannot open it. They cannot decode it easily. So, what we should do is, it is not going to the university in Germany, where I know in one of the universities they have got 2.5 million palm leaf bundles of Indian scriptures and roses. And they don't give it outside, they don't allow outsiders to go and read it. And what they are doing with it, I don't know. So that what I want to tell you is, it is not for going there and gathering them back simply loading our places with burden, physical burden. What we need is, as I said, the key is here. The keys are here. They are still living masters. And those masters know what is the key. It's something a number lock. They know the code. Only thing is what Bhagavad Gita says, Pranipatena, Pariprasthena, Sevaya. You should be truly humble, devoted, do seva to them, please them, and result is their program. So ultimately, it is the sadhana which will help you to go inward and get those knowledge bases back to our spiritual area. So if we can read it here, we don't require things outside, books outside. Ultimately. So this is the ancient system. First, it is mastering the scholarship, mastering the resources from outside. But it is not remaining here as information. It is internalized. It is internalized through proper application. It is brought out as a remedy, brought out as a help. Then it is learning through experience. So it is said that Acharya Padam Adaste. 1/4 is learned from the teacher. Padam Shiksha Sunedaya. Then the student, with his own medha, with his own wisdom, intelligence, he learns another 1/4. Then another 1/4 is learned with the core casting or the core culture. Then Padam Kalatramena. During both of time, another 1/4 will enter it. So this is how knowledge opens up. So it's not a day's achievement. It is a lifelong achievement. So the learning should be lifelong. That's long. So that should be.
Today's world, we don't have the real masters, or even our intellectual portion is not a mark where, like in ancient days, we don't have text. And master says, the student used to remember that. But in today's days, it is not necessary because many of the masters themselves, don't know what other scriptures say, our scriptures say. So because as many scriptures are missing, so how can we teach the present generation who are behind the present material? So do we really have the masters, and in order to teach the present day students, so will that procedure be feasible?
I tell you, the traditional belief and the belief is valid, and belief is that when the student is ready, the master will appear. It is not a spiritual statement. When I am searching, when my search is so intense, the solution is right in front of me. So, just as understanding a mathematical problem is half the solution, here also, when we are getting prepared for this knowledge, definitely the knowledge will manifest. There is no doubt about it. Only thing is, it should not be fanciful intensity, it should be really intense. Then it will happen. Because as a person like me, who has got common background, I was common background, and a man of English literature, how come I should get all these things?
Okay.
Not through books,
Yes.
but through experience, meeting living masters during my wandering, and their blessings are very much with me, which keeps me going. And I'm sure this disposition is possible to any person, and once that opening up comes, definitely we will get all the, because it is not apparently, but never lost. It's there.
In today's generation, we can see that youth is running behind the so-called fast food. They are running behind the fast. So, in order to keep youth in proper channel and to make them and take them to a level of leadership where they can drive our country or take the vision of our country to further. So, what kind of methodologies or the procedures we have to what ways with others so that you can be trained properly. So what important qualities do you have to have and how we can turn?
Exactly. The question is answered in brief. We should tell them, we should make them appreciate what is taste. What is taste? And how to judge the taste. Oh, it's good. They say. What do you mean by that? It is good. What makes it good? What is really good? This, if we can do, the taste of our culture. What is that taste? If they are made to taste it, before which they have to be refined. If a people is first given pudding, he will tell that it is all bitter.
Yes.
First, the fever has to be cured, and the system has to be normal. Brought to normalcy. Then, if it is given, we can understand the taste. So, another in taste. The errors have crept in their taste, in the youth, the taste of the youth. Errors have crept in. These errors are to be pointed out very systematically. For example, the wayside eatable, like they say gobi manchuri, very popular item, which they cannot avoid eating, even if they are not hungry. For that matter, man is the only creature who can eat when he is not hungry, and drink when he is not thirsty. So the psychological hunger, which is created because of the errors in taste, that errors have to be removed. And errors in judgment. I know that's really good. Who said it? My friend said it. Who told it? His friend. But his tongue says. So let them make them realize what is true taste. If we can give them true taste, I don't think they will go back to the rubbish. They eat rubbish because they are not given the good. Can we give good? This we have to search for. Because in Ayurveda they say that there are 6 tastes. If you can really taste which are the 6 tastes and their combination at the right time when you are hungry, in the right season, then that will make you a healthy person. It is food which makes you a healthy person, not medicine. So that is why Ayurveda gives you a daily routine. It is called Dinacharya. And according to the season, the Rutucharya. If you follow those charya, those norms, those rules, we will enjoy your health. So that's what we have to do.
So you mean that youth have to be equipped with the proper cultural psychology that will give us a good leadership. Yes.
The food that is presented is present to look at. Not only present to look by arrangement, but also it is aromatic, naturally aromatic, not flavored.
Yes.
And they should have time and leisure to enjoy the fragrance. See, if their body receives the food, welcomes the food, then if they eat that food, that will give them taste. So we have to go step by step. What our ancient Shastra of Mahabharata tell how to enjoy food. And if you have observed a cat eating or a dog eating its food, it's half eyes closed, it's totally absorbed in eating. But our youth, they watch 100,000 things around and keep eating. And keep going inside the stomach, they enter through the tongue, through the mouth, but not tasting. Yes. So that should not be the case. We should eat like a dog, but we should not eat what a dog eats. We should eat like a cat, but it should not be, So we should be human, and we should know how to enjoy food the way nature wants us to do. So we have to live nature. That's possible.
Thank you. So now, what can be the future steps can be taken, like regarding the expansion of fish, so that it can serve the human society? What steps you are planning? Next, say, what is your target for next 5 years, or what is?
Target for next 5 years would be getting intense researchers to the center, giving them guidance regarding Vedic research methodology, and selecting an area of their activity, pursue the research, and achieve the target, the goal, and come up with a fruit which the society can enjoy. So, research guidance would be the priority of fish, and whenever there is opportunity for communicating these objectives. For example, the next Vedic conference that is going to take place in Bangalore under the aegis of Dharma Church, where I think I will be participating. So I will make use of that conference to communicate with people who come with certain intensity, and the like-minded people have close conference with them, and discuss with them, not only end up in discussion, but decide the course of action and pursue the action. This is what I feel next 5 years will be.
Okay. In short, tell me in a sentence, what will be your message to present youth?
I think heritage awareness makes one a proud, responsible, and enlightened citizen. So the youth should learn to own up their heritage not by reading, but by traveling and experiencing directly all the dimensions of our heritage. Then they can be proud of their own citizenship, that they are heritage citizens of this great country.
And one more interesting question to me is the programs of present youth.
Yeah.
So what would be your message to them, while bringing up their child, so that when he becomes a youth, he will be in a good path. So what would be your message to the programs, parents?
Yeah. Culture is never taught. It is caught. It is captured. So if would-be parents, if they want to transfer the culture to their children, they have to get into the roots of their own culture first. And thereby, they should learn to create an ambience, the living atmosphere of culture at home and wherever they go. And their children, right from the womb, will learn from the mother and from the father, from their ways of thinking, feeling, and acting. Naturally, their children will be the true extensions of their own self. That's what I feel.
Thank you. And one more question is a kind of selfish question, or something or like that. So the question is you're serving IBB, you have blessed IBB in fact. You have blessed IBB by being in the editorial team. So the question is, what made you to bless us, bless IBB in fact, and being in the editorial team to run it in a successful manner? So what exactly is attracted regarding IBB?
I would say what I stated during my keynote address in the first IBB conference in Bangalore. It is all the family spirit of Sri Krishna Pati and his wife Srimati Shalini and their children. How they conduct themselves in their business. Morning they conduct the Ahuti, they have the Agrihotra and the chanting of the mantra. And moment to moment they think of how to communicate this, how is this possible, how to make it possible. And I got absorbed into their family. and I have become a part of IDB. That's what I feel.
So you will see that IDB in action first rather than in a book.
That is true.
So that attracted you. Anyway, thanks for the interview, and we'll be very happy to share this particular information with our viewers.
Really.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome.